This funny and handsome young man laughing with a group of friends is Abel, a relief distribution officer working for a local NGO. The NGO that Abel works for is a UN partner organization that recently opened a reception center next to Abel's village. Abel is known as a very caring young man, as he's always trying to give back to others what life has given to him. At work, he's very caring and professional with the beneficiaries. The young lady he's saying hello to is one of them. Her name is Afrida. She's a 17-year-old girl living on her own near the reception center. Like everyone else here, she thinks Abel is really friendly. She's very shy, but eventually finds the courage to say hello to him for the first time. But probably not the last time. Despite this new friendship with Abel, Afrida feels lonelier every day. She's completely dependent on humanitarian support and she hates her life here. Her closest friend, Lara, convinces her that the only way to have a better life would be to become Abel's special friend. As an NGO staff member, he could surely provide her with some extra resources and maybe even help her move to another country where she could start a new life. She could even go back to school and become a famous painter. Even though Afrida doesn't feel comfortable with Lara's suggestion, she doesn't see any other way out. So one day, she decides to meet Abel at his house. She feels very nervous and confused. Abel is surprised to see her here, but decides to invite her in. After chatting for a bit, she finally tells Abel that if he provides her with some extra services and support, she would be willing to sleep with him. Abel doesn't know what to think. He would have never expected his friend to act this way. But Afrida insists. She's a good-looking young girl. Maybe a bit too young. But in Abel's village, girls of her age would be married already. No, maybe he shouldn't. Abel vaguely remembers a training at work on preventing sexual exploitation and abuse. Unfortunately, he has forgotten the details since he did not think the training was important at the time. He believes that the rules probably don't apply to him anyway because he works for a local organization. And Afrida is the one who showed interest in him first, after all. And they both really like each other. Why wouldn't he help her anyway? The next day, Abel tells his colleague Faustin what happened. Faustin doesn't feel comfortable with the story. He's not sure if Abel has acted inappropriately. It was a consensual encounter, he thinks. In the meantime, Abel and Afrida continue to meet in the evenings at Abel's house. Faustin soon learns that Afrida is only 17 years old. This is against the rules of their organization, which forbids sexual relations with anyone under 18 years old, no matter what the legal age of consent of the country is. Speaking with Lara, he also discovers that Afrida hopes to use this sexual relationship to gain access to more services or even move to another country. Faustin feels that Abel needs to put an end to these encounters. What if the community finds out about the affair? What if Afrida gets pregnant? This won't look good for the organization. Also, will Abel get in trouble? There is too much that could go wrong here. Faustin tells his colleague to either stop meeting with Afrida or to formalize their relationship by getting married as soon as possible. Beyond that, Faustin is not sure what else he can or should do, so he decides not to take further action. I have already voiced my concerns to Abel. What he does now is up to him.